This is Kevin Howell, the One-Eyed Scout. Watch the One-Eyed Scout show on TAN TV. Connect on all social media outlets, including Roku, Amazon Fire Stick. Wednesday nights at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. We'll see you there.
My name is Jerry Jackson, and you're watching TAN TV.
This is Charles Graves from Quality Academy Prep. Thank you for tuning in to TAN TV.
Thanks for joining in. Kevin Howell, the One-Eyed Scout, here at TAN TV, where we have a local feel and a global reach. And, we always come across people in life that have great stories or things that we can draw from. And my friend Mia, I met her at the doghouse. She works out in her off seasons. I'm not going to give away her story. We talked, and she's from Pennsylvania, and I'm going to let her explain how she got to San Antonio. Furthermore, how she got to find JC.
Facts.
All right. Take the floor, girl.
Yeah, so I actually came to San Antonio in 2021 to try out for the WNBA when the Final Four was here. So that was also like fresh during crazy COVID time. And I was on $1 and a dream, and I told my mom, hey, I'm going to go to San Antonio, Texas, and try out for the WNBA. So I literally packed my car, and it was literally also during the snowstorm.
Shit, dude.
Yeah, crazy signs all over the place. And I literally didn't believe that the snowstorm was actually going to be in Texas, because I thought my mom would tell me that so I wouldn't go. And then I ended up getting trapped in Nashville for a week because I couldn't get here because of the snow. And long story short, I came here early. I trained with a trainer, Tim Springer. Not sure if you know him.
I heard the name.
Yeah, so I worked with him. He knew my agent, and I was just preparing for the WNBA tryout. So this is the first time also I had to kind of change my shot because I've always been, you probably see at the doghouse, I've always been a killer. And I was actually more so like a driver. I was a driver first initially, and then over time I became this shooter. And now I would say I have an alter ego, aka the Deadeye, and I also love the logo. It looks just like mine, so it's pretty cool. Yeah, so I tried out. The day of the trial was a one-day tryout. My mom came down and everything, and I truly thought I was gonna get it. And at this point too, I also had some experiences playing overseas, and so I always believe that I can play beyond that at the next level. So at this tryout, I just played terrible. I just had a bad day, didn't play my game, and then I was mad. So it wasn't a good look. And I was really upset because I kind of put all my eggs in this basket. And I didn't know what I was going to do next. So I kind of just bopped around, played a little bit in the DR, played on this team in San Antonio. And it was kind of like a minor league team for women. Our first game in Oklahoma, I'm playing good. I'm flourishing, balling out. Fourth quarter comes, loose ball, dive on the floor. Someone falls on top of my shooting arm and dislocates it. 3rd-degree labrum tear.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, so this all happened very fast. It happened maybe 2 months after I tried out for the WNBA. And at that point, I was in straight surrender mode because I knew I gave everything to the game. And that's what happened to me. It's all right, fine. This is, I guess, what is meant to happen. So I went back to Pennsylvania, got an MRI, found out, had the labrum tear because it was dislocated. It was really bad, but I needed to know if I needed surgery or not, what the deal was. And I had a choice if I should get surgery or not. It was 50-50. And I chose no. I decided to rehab my way back instead. Everyone thought I was pretty crazy. And literally 3 weeks after this all went down, I was staying on a teammate's couch, rags to riches.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I came back to San Antonio, was staying on a teammate's couch, and my high school AU coach calls me out of nowhere. He's like, yo, man, I got your tryout for the world famous Harlem Globetrotters. I'm like, what? And I wasn't even trying to be a Globetrotter. wasn't
Yeah.
something that I was like striving for or looking towards or anything like that. It kind of just came out of nowhere. And at that time, with having like an injury, it was like perfect because I can, like
Yeah.
famous and play basketball, and it was just
Yeah.
kind of a perfect fit. So yeah, literally like a month after what I thought was basketball was over for the rest of
Uh,
my life. Like I might have to get a job. Like what am I gonna do? And then I became a globetrotter. So I basically it looked like I became famous overnight, but
mhm.
I feel like that's God's way of showing that to have faith all along because everything I went through along the way kind of prepared me for that moment. When I had my globetrotter tryout, I went there and I had like the best tryout. I couldn't have had a better tryout. I was just
Wow.
making basically all my threes. I was making fours, and I hadn't even really practiced 4-pointers like that. So
Mhm.
it was just like written. Like I was meant to
Yeah.
be a globetrotter for sure. So yeah, I got to travel the world,
It's
and
that, man, that elevates you to a different status. I mean, like, you can be professional, but you weren't a globetrotter. And now you got professional and globetrotter. And so,
mhm.
yeah, so tell us about your travels. I cut you off, I bet.
No, you're good. I'm glad. I'm glad that you said that. Yeah. So I've been to. I think I was at 15 countries before the Globetrotters. Right now I'm at 36. I know that. So
36.
yeah, I forget how many I went to with the Globetrotters. Honestly, I feel like it's kind of a blur. I've been to a lot of
Yeah.
countries.
Yeah. That's awesome, though, man. Because I remember you telling me how you would come back to train, and one of the things that I asked you about coming on tonight was really to show pathways to for basketball for young ladies uh, coming up. Like it's not just WNBA or bust.
Yeah.
It's not just the top tier overseas leagues. There's like other things. And but go ahead and share some more of your adventures.
Yes, sir. I mean, that's it right on the head, and
Mhm.
it's growing. So I think we all need to
Yeah.
be aware of that, and I want to be a big part of the change as well because I think
Yeah.
there are a lot of like females and players in general that are just like me, and they don't know where to go next, because it's like overseas, you have like big tiers. Like you have like a tier
Mhm.
that's paying the big bucks, and then it's like an extreme drop off where they're like paying you nothing.
Yeah.
So it's just like, all right, like, am I gonna go play for nothing? Because it's fine right after college, but at a certain point, it's like, all right, well, I need to make some money. Like, money is freedom. Like, I need to live life.
Yeah. What's funny is my one shot out of college was Istanbul, Turkey.
That's
And
what's
I
up.
decided, I said, man, I'm good. And then I wanted to join the army and still went over there. So, but no, man. So let's talk about, uh, your entrepreneurship.
Yes, sir.
Let's talk about how you turn basketball into money there and money for the future.
Absolutely. So I started doing my own camps actually right before COVID. It was on my in between times, and I literally straight up just did it at the park. I did it at the park. My flyer was on a Word document.
Oh my God, dude.
Like a Word document with my picture on it. I swear to God, it's
Mm.
crazy. The evolution. And
Yeah.
it was in 2019. And yeah, straight up did it at the park. Obviously, I didn't have any like qualifications or insurance or workers. I was by
Yeah.
myself out there, and people pulled up. Mad heads came.
Really.
Yeah, and it was a success. And I remember like after that camp, I remember sitting there like counting my money, being like, I ain't never worked for nobody again. Because if I can
Yeah.
do this, then it makes sense. So that was the start.
Hmm.
You're good.
But no, I mean, I really do think people want to put their kids in the best spot.
They do.
And so, no one taking that question, is there any guidance or hindsight 2020 as to things that you'd done different? Or do you think that dollar and the dream kind of put you in a make or break and you found out you could make it?
I think a combination of both. I think it's just like going all in, betting on yourself, cutting off all the ties. Like this is it. I think that's
Mhm.
important. You got to bet on yourself and believe like that. No, not just believe. Know that
Yeah.
you're meant for something great, even if it doesn't happen exactly the way you think it should. Like I didn't get the WNBA that day or that season, and
Mhm.
like I'm not counting it out, but I got some
Yeah.
pretty cool stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, and
Yeah.
I'm still writing.
Yeah. I wonder if, speaking of the 36 countries, can you give me your top three?
Yes. Yes, I can. Number one is going to be
Where?
Greece.
Greece. Oh, yeah, you told me that. Greece was your top. You said that.
Yeah, it's beautiful there. I actually went and played there professionally. I wasn't there for long. I got hurt, but
Mm.
it was my favorite place.
All right. All right.
So, yeah,
Greece.
Greece, number one. And I'm tied for number two. I'm going to just put these both in there, Spain and Italy together. I love
Okay.
I can't put Spain above Italy because I'm Italian,
Yeah.
but I love Spain too. So they're tied for second.
Cool. So let's just make it arbitrary. You get a third one.
Yes, sir.
So let's say right now you're in between seasons, right? And where'd you just come from?
Brazil.
Brazil. Okay. And so for people that don't understand what overseas professional looks like, the seasons aren't that long in
It
comparison.
depends. They're all different.
Oh, okay. Okay. Yeah. So we're still waiting on our next gig. Um, and henceforth, that's why you're at the doghouse. So give us that story. How did you wind up with JC?
Honestly, my friend, his nickname is Papa, aka
Mm.
Ken Tucker is his real name. I
Yeah.
started shooting with him and Derek. They're OGs over at
Mm-hmm.
the Davis Scott YMCA. And
Mm-hmm.
I got connected with them through Coach Peanut, Kirk
Mm-hmm.
Brown Jr. And he just told me, "Yo, go shoot with these guys, man. They go over there in the mornings because I used to shoot by myself. I still shoot by myself, and
Mm-hmm.
something that I'm working on because I know I can get way more done with a rebounder. So
Yeah.
evolving to always kind of have a rebounder. But I shot with them for a while, and yeah, I straight up got connected through Papa. He just brought me there one day. He's like, "No, man, I'm gonna bring you over there," and he told me what it
Yeah.
was, and it was right up my alley. So it's
Yeah.
a perfect match.
So okay, so we're gonna spin this question a little bit. Why should young athletes come to JC's? If you're a parent looking for a spot to train your child, I say child, children go, but like you're a teenager, like in the formative eighth grade, ninth grade years, why would you go?
Number one, you are going to get out of your comfort zone. 100%. You are going to build mental toughness. You are going to build resilience. Like you're gonna go through the fire before you have to actually go through the fire in the game. It will
Yeah,
teach you everything you need to know about yourself, about the game, about how people could play you, about not always getting your way, about being tired, about being pushed. I mean, the list goes on.
yeah. And I really appreciate you getting on here so we can share the good word of JC. Um,
Absolutely, man. Anytime.
yeah, the thing, and I'm gonna put this out. The thing that I like about JC is he's always gonna push you. He's never gonna cuss you, and you're gonna know that he loves you when you leave.
Absolutely.
And I don't know how he does it because he fires some people up, you know. And the other thing is, man, it's funny because people think he's trying to steal kids at times. Nobody sees him when he's standing there saying, "I don't need you. Go away. Don't piss me off with your lack of effort." But me, I really appreciate it, man. We'll catch up at the gym soon. Um,
Absolutely.
Stay blessed, and we'll see you soon.
Yes, sir. See you
All
soon.
right. Kevin Howell, the African American Network, TAN TV.
Hey, it's Kevin Howell, the One-Eyed Scout. We're here at the Gasso Showcase, and I'm standing next to one of the best 25s that no one knows about, but they're going to learn about soon. My man, 6'3", Kai Guess.
Yes, sir.
You know, it's kind of a coming out party for you. You know, how do you feel like you play? What do we need to work on?
I feel like I played pretty well. I was cutting, getting to my spots, getting to the basket, creating shots for my teammates. I feel like I did my part.
Oh, hell yeah, you did your part. You know, it's fun to watch you play because I remember when you came to the doghouse and then you broke your hand and it was quiet for a while. And I've seen that you've been in the gym, man. You're really coming on. And I look for big things. What do you think is your biggest asset that you bring to the team?
I feel like the biggest asset for me is me getting to the basket and my athleticism, and then shooting, like behind the arc. I'm a pretty good shooter.
Yeah, all right, you're a really good shooter. You know, and I was sitting on the side with JC, and man, you got that factor. So just keep working hard.
Yes, sir.
Doing what you do, and you're very humble. And so I'm gonna do what I can for you, man.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
And you're watching the One-Eyed Scout, TAN TV, here at the Gasso Showcase in San Antonio.
Yes, sir.